Look!
That was Elizabeth. Jaunt us to her, Tim. You all right, Elizabeth?
Yes, thanks. You got here just in time.
Bullying yobs. I wish we weren't so peaceful. Then I'd show them.
It wasn't their fault, Stephen. I don't think they knew what they were doing. They were quite quiet until the picture changed.
Yeah, we were watching it. We saw it change.
Not the one in the classroom. That one.
Oh, no.
Of course, the best thing to do in those circumstances is just to jaunt away.
I know I should have done, but it's all so new to me. At the time, I didn't think of it.
Oh, no, Stephen, what have you done to the video recorder?
Found it like this. Someone must have smashed it. And the recording tape is missing.
It wouldn't have been the school caretaker. He'd just have locked the stuff away. Or called the police.
What about Robert?
No, not necessarily. That painting seems to control people. Perhaps it, or someone else, is controlling Robert. Either way, I think we ought to keep an eye on Robert from now on. He's our only lead.
The paintings are spreading. So is the wearing of blue and green badges. And so is the violence.
It's like something's taken over people's minds and robbing them of their reason.
And I'm afraid it is happening all over the world. In some countries, it is far in advance of the stage we have reached. Look at this film of battles between blue and green supporters in Tokyo. Some reports say that the police themselves took sides, some with the blue and some with the green.
Okay, so it's a real and dangerous menace that's rather crept up on us in all the excitement of Elizabeth
That makes
joining
me
us.
feel as if it's my fault in a way.
No, of course not. Look, what I want you to do tomorrow is keep an eye on Robert. I'm going to go back to that shop where we bought the painting.
Give us a pound for the watch, then,
Take your watch away,
I
boy.
know, a pound
I
for
don't
it.
want 8.5 carat gold. What you go on?
75
get
pence
out.
then.
Waiting my time. Go on.
Oh, you're an old miser.
Thank you very much. Go on. Get out. Coming in here, wasting an old man's time. Yes, I tell you now, I'm not buying anything.
I'm not selling anything either.
Huh?
I was interested in a painting you have.
What?
I was interested in a painting you have in the window.
Ah, the painting in the window. Oh, yeah. Is this the one, Sonny?
Oh, no, it's not that one.
Oh, make up your mind, boy. Which one do you want?
It was a bit difficult to describe, really. It's got a white wood frame and,
White wood frame?
yeah, and sort of funny shape.
Oh, the weather picture.
Yes, that must be it.
Oh, you don't want to bother with that, boy. It's completely worthless. It was painted by my grandson.
Your grandson?
Yes, a young scoundrel. He's not really my grandson, though, you know. He was adopted, I think.
Yes, even
I
so.
think.
The picture, may I see it?
I told you, you don't want to worry about it. It's completely worthless.
Surely anything's worth money if the customer's prepared to pay for it.
Pay for it. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Well, I think I can get it out for you. Yeah. That's very good, this picture. Let's clean it up.
Yes, that's the one. I'll give you £2 for it.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's my grandson's own fair work, you know. I couldn't let it go for as little as
All
£2.
right.
I mean,
How much?
£4.
£2.50, not a penny more.
£3.50. I mean, nights of work it took him. Weeks.
All right, £3. There we go.
Done. Here you are.
I'd like to see your grandson.
Can't. He's not here. He's away at school.
Well, Tim, here it is.
I'm not sure it was wise to bring it in here.
No, neither am I. But is there any other way you can give it a detailed examination?
No.
John, we found out something very interesting about Robert.
Oh, I wonder if it's the same thing I found out.
Probably. Robert lives at the shop where we saw that other picture.
Yes. I went over there this afternoon. I met his grandfather. I bought the painting. The old twister made me pay £3 for it.
And I'm going there after school. I've been invited.
Yes? Are we closed?
It's me, Grandfather. I brought a friend from school.
A friend?
This is Stephen, Grandfather. We're in the same class.
Oh, yes. I sold that picture of yours, my boy.
Sold it? Well, I
Yes.
wanted to keep it.
Oh, but I got you a very good price for it, you see. I got, let's see now, 30 shillings for it.
You mean £1.50, Grandfather?
I don't know anything about that new money, boy. I'll get you the cash. Ah. Yeah. There we are. I think it's all here. There you are, £1 and 10, 20, 30, 40 and 2, 5, make 50.
Thanks, Grandfather.
All right.
We're going down the cellar.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Stephen.
I'll give you a shilling for it. And you can have a sweetie instead.
Hey, you've been busy.
Yes.
Boxes of blue and green badges. Do you make these down here too?
I have a few friends who help.
And your grandfather?
He never comes down here. He's not really my grandfather, you know.
No.
No. He just looks after me. He always has done since
Since
as long as I can remember. Money comes from somewhere every month and he looks after me. I call him Grandfather.
Well, it is better than an orphanage.
True.
Do you know who your parents were?
Sort of.
You're lucky, really. I bet your grandfather isn't always turning off the telly in the middle of a good horror film.
No, but we don't have TV. I wouldn't have time to watch it anyway.
You're a strange one and no mistake. Hey, Robert, why are you stirring up this blue and green business? But it seems to be silly to me. Well, silly and possibly dangerous.
I'm not stirring it. I only give the people badges because they want them. They asked me for them, you've seen. There's no harm in it.
Well, if you think there's no harm in splitting up people into factions of any kind, religious or just the colour of a badge, well, look at Northern Ireland.
The blue and the green game is nothing like that. Just a bit of fun, that's all. Anyway, Stephen, I brought you here because I thought you and I could be friends. We might have more in common than you think.
Yes, Robert. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I don't blame you for being curious. Give me a hand with these boxes, will you?
Okay. Hey, what's that?
Just a storeroom.
You gave me this.
Oh, good. Put it up over there, will you?
What have you found out today? Anything?
No, nothing so far. Tim's just about to give the painting a neutron examination. Ready, Tim?
Yes. Stand back a bit. This may be dangerous. I'll start with a fairly gentle probe of neutrino rays.
destroyed it, Tim.
I didn't destroy it, Stephen. It destroyed itself.
How?
At first, I felt some resistance to the probe rays, as though the picture were trying to deflect them. Then I turned up the power. You saw what happened.
You mean it had a built-in self-destruct device?
That is what I surmise, yes.
Somebody doesn't want us probing into what they're doing.
I'm afraid I wasn't able to find out anything before the picture disintegrated. But I'm interested to know that it was equipped to detect and deflect probing rays, even probes that the saps have never heard of, and destroy itself should the deflectors fail.
A very sophisticated piece of apparatus.
Now that you know what you're up against, Tim, do you want to have another try with this one?
No, I couldn't get through. Hang it up again, Stephen, and we'll keep it under close observation.
I wish you wouldn't.
It's your Trojan horse idea again, Elizabeth. I don't think it can harm us. Tim, what have you found out about this Robert character?
Robert doesn't exist.
You mean he's a sort of mirage? That's fantastic.
Nothing so exotic. I mean merely that he has no official existence. Somerset House has no record of his birth, and there is no entry about him in any official records until he turns up on the register of your school. And something else. Although he is on the register and answers in the roll call, he does not figure on the returns the school makes to County Hall.
That's astonishing.
It is rather unusual.
Well, if I didn't appear on any official records, wouldn't catch me going to school.
And if Robert can make things like those pictures, his knowledge is far advanced on what any school could teach him.
So why does he go? He doesn't have to, and he doesn't need to.
Do you think he might be one of us?
Well, we've looked into that possibility already. No, he isn't. Well, if he was, we'd know.
Of course, there's always the possibility he's an extraterrestrial.
What?
Someone from another planet.
Well, after all that's happened to me in the last couple of days, I'm not going to say that that's unbelievable. Because nothing is anymore.
Elizabeth, I've been sifting through the contents of the computers used by the Department of Education and Science. A circular has been issued to all head teachers about this blue and green business.
Oh yes, Tim, what does it say?
The department are of the opinion that it is just a passing craze, and their advice to headmasters is to ignore it as far as possible.
Pity that. Just for once they react intelligently to a problem, they happen to be wrong.
We don't know they're wrong, Elizabeth. We may be the ones who are wrong.
Well, let's hope we are. I'm not looking forward to school tomorrow. My, we are in a strange mood this morning. Blue badges on one side and green badges on the other. What is this? Come on, mix yourselves up. There are enough colour problems in the world already without introducing blues and greens into the spectrum of hatred. Johnson, come out here. Stay there. Todd? Right. Now, I happen to know that you two are friends most of the time.
Not since he joined the Greens.
That's a lot of nonsense. I want you to shake hands and show that you're still friends.
Not with a Green.
Johnson, no! Right. Stop it!
I didn't mean to do it, Miss, honest.
the rest of your teaching career doesn't turn out like this, Elizabeth.
So do I. Any news about Todd, Tim?
He is all right, Elizabeth. I have checked with the medical computers. He was not badly hurt. He's been treated for shock and sent home.
Poor Johnson, the police will charge him. But I don't think the kid even knew what he was doing.
I wonder if you can make a court believe that.
Well, he didn't. It would be unjust to punish him. He was being controlled, I saw.
What did you see, Stephen?
Well, as soon as it was over, Robert, well, he looked at the picture, and it changed. There must have been some sort of telepathic command from him. And then, Johnson, well, he seemed to come out of his trance. And then when he saw what he'd done, well, he was horrified.
I ought to do something to help Johnson.
Well, you'll get your chance. As teacher in charge when it happens, you'll be the key witness. Be careful what you tell him, Elizabeth. Tell him the truth, I think you're mad.
I've just had some important information. There have been incidents like yours all over the country today. Fights between groups of boys wearing blue and green badges. Many of them were much more serious. And in Glasgow, Leeds and Bristol, boys have been killed.
Oh, no.
In some schools, teachers have been drawn into the factions. In Birmingham, a teacher who wore a green badge is seriously ill after a knife attack from boys wearing blue badges.
More for him for joining in.
You know what this means, don't you?
Yes. Robert couldn't have controlled all those incidents. Well, he'd have his hands full as ours, as far as I could tell.
Right. So we have to start looking for a lot more Roberts.
Well, Robert did say there were others who helped him. I wasn't sure if he was telling the truth, but he must be. I'll keep after him, see if he leads me to them.
No, don't do that, Stephen. I think he may be getting suspicious of you already. I've got an idea which might just work.
Hey, John, you never took that picture away.
The bird must have flown away. Oh, Mrs. Entwistle. Oh, a little on the heavy side. Can you manage it?
Yes, that's fine.
Just open
Thank
the
you.
door for you. There you are. Morning. Yes?
Remember me?
It was about the rent. I'm not paying until the pipe is fixed.
It's nothing to do with the rent. I came in here the other day and bought a painting off you, painted by your grandson.
There's no refund. It's company policy. What's wrong with it anyway?
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want any money from you at all. In fact, I might be in a position to give you some.
I knew it. You're an insurance salesman. Get out. Go on, get
Not
out
an
of my-
insurance salesman. I'm a journalist.
A what?
A journalist.
Journalist.
I write articles, and I thought I might write an article about your grandson and his amazing paintings.
Yes, ma'am.
I might be able to pay for some information.
Ah, sir. Yes, well. If you'd like to step this way, I'll see. Yes, just run over. No, you cannot see Robert. Robert is not in. Robert is out.
Oh, well, maybe I could look down the cellar, see where the genius turns out his masterpieces.
You cannot go down into the cellar unless Robert allows it.
But you wouldn't know. Just one quick look.
You will go now.
But I just want a quick look. I mean, he'd...
Time for me to shut the shop. You must go now.
Oh, all right.
I'll tell him you called. Maybe he will get in touch with you. Go now. Go now.
Now leave him to me.
I must say he's a strange old geezer.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's under some sort of hypnotic control, like a zombie. Doesn't seem to know what he's doing from one minute to the next.
Psst, look at the picture!
Let's get it out of here.
Under your hand.
Leave it alone. Get away from that picture.
Hey, watch it, John!
John, stop it! Stop him!
Non-violence. You're right, kid.
How was using telekinesis approach to that lamb?